Hi, Susie. What we've been hearing from nurses is, am I even making a difference?
This has been really a challenging time, and for nurses to start questioning their ability to change this pandemic is kind of where we're at. And I will tell you, it is you that is making the difference. The nurses of St. Luke's, St. Luke's Health System, and across the nations are the pivotal point of what is keeping society together. If you look across, what other folks have done, there's been many folks that have just, stopped working in general. There are many folks that just decided to do whatever the national topic of conversation is and state the obvious. And the nurses have been true to what they've done from the very beginning. It is not tireless work, though. I can absolutely empathize with how exhausted everybody is. This was many times I hear this is not the reason I went into nursing. And fundamentally, the reason you went into nursing is to care for people. So if you can strip out all of the, um, politics that have taken place and the back and forth and all the negativity, in the very end, taking care of people and making a difference is exactly why you went into nursing, and you are still living true to that today. It is hard to see that forest through the trees right now when you are absolutely exhausted and it feels like Groundhog Day every day. Every time we get into one of these surges, you never know what the day is going to bring. There are patients that are stable 1 minute and crash the next minute. There are patients that are sweet 1 minute and kind of cranky the next minute, and you stay solid. And that is an exhausting role to play. And it is at times like that you question. But let me assure you, you make all the difference. You make all the difference for your patients. You make all the difference for their families. You make all the difference for us and for your own families. Everybody is immensely proud of the dedication that has taken place. It takes all of us, and every single one of us is working tirelessly to get through this pandemic. But it is never to question whether you make a difference, ever. You have odds stacked that have been so challenging, and you have stepped up every single time. So it is still fundamentally the reason why nurses are nurses. And people that go into healthcare stay in healthcare. It doesn't mean you don't get exhausted. It doesn't mean it doesn't make you question it. It doesn't make it easier. We're just trying to get through it together. But fundamentally, do know that the community is behind you. We get letters, we get donations and stuff like that still, and it doesn't feel like it did in the beginning when they were shut down and had all the time, but it is still the same. I share a story of a little 8-year-old guy that came in on Monday, and it was Martin Luther King Day, and he wanted to do something for the hospital staff. And so he emptied out 3 of his toy bins, and they were the little plastic dollar baskets or so. And he went into his pantry and filled it with some stuff out of his pantry that was all closed and clean and individualized and all of the things. Then he told his mom to take him to Walmart so he could buy the nurses some pens and maybe some paper and a few little trinkets from Walmart. Then he called us and we went out there, and in his little minivan, he's putting this all together by himself, and he's opening the Walmart packages of pens and that thing and dividing them out into the baskets. He made a card all for himself, and he wanted to make sure that this made a difference for the staff taking care of all of the people. So we did hand those out, and what I said to the nurse leaders is, just remember the innocence, because it still exists even through all this fatigue. But you are inspirational even to our future. So hang in there. This is going to be a tough ride. This has been very challenging. We are working diligently to try to stabilize as much as we can through it, but we will get there together. And at the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you for staying true to your mission and making that true difference.